This presentation that is on leveraging consumer and fashion trends for enhancing business competitiveness. For delivering the presentation, we have amongst us esteemed speaker, Mr. Piyush Girotra. Mr. Piyush is a business lead for Fashion Snoops, South Asia, a US-based trend and design forecasting platform, a textile engineer from TITS Bhiwani and an MBA graduate from IIFT Delhi. Mr. Piyush has developed skills that help him amalgamate fashion expertise and business strategies. He is a fashion trends and innovation enthusiast and has a keen interest in helping businesses successfully navigate through the shifts of the market. Over to you, Mr. Piyush.
I'm here as a business lead of Fashion Snoops here today. And first I would like to welcome all for being present here from the morning and being delicate and to be present in front of us. So first I would like to thank Mr. Kanal Kapoor for the wonderful platform and allowing Fashion Snoops to present themselves in front of everyone. And this is basically the last session for today, so be patient with me and listen to the few trends that are going to impact the industry. We are going to focus on few consumer and fashion trends which are enhancing the business competitiveness in the market. Before jumping on the presentation, I just want to focus on few numbers about our company. We are a global trend forecasting agency and we are in the business from the last 23 years. We are headquartered in New York and London. We have satellite offices in Paris, Thailand, India. And we are currently present in more than 50 countries, serving over 23 years of experience. We have more than 100 in-house experts who are delivering trends across the globe. So, everyone must be wondering how fashion is impacting our apparel and fashion industry. So, I'm just going to take you through one of the examples in front of you to highlight why a fashion, if let's take an example of like at one place like war is happening, how that war is going to impact our day-to-day life. So you can see on the left-hand side, let's take an example of war. If at any one place like war is happening, there's like economic and instability, there's uncertainty around you. Like people are moving towards like the consumer feel because of that, like the consumer feels insecure. They want some kind of surety, some kind of stability and calmness around themselves. They want to look for some authentic products. We as a consumer, we as an individual cannot control what is happening around us, but we can control the feeling that we have with us. So, considering the feeling that a consumer feels, we sometimes feel a theme of nostalgia around us. Like we feel what was happening before. Like there was no war, there was nothing, there was no pandemic. We feel secure before with that time. So that's how we relate from the past. And if we relate with those things, we are going to see Y2K, the emergence of Y2K culture. We are going to see the soft colors around us, like the sky blues and the peach tones, which are there around us. So I think you are getting an idea and connecting the dots, how if a war is happening, the color is related to that thing. That is how each and everything is interrelated, and that is how you are going to see trends down the line, which is impacting our fashion and apparel industry. So the big question around is why trend forecasting? So before it is basically a tool for businesses and designers to get insights into consumers and creating the products that meet the current markets. Okay, so trend forecasting is also an asset for the businesses and designers. With the help of trend forecasting, everyone can get an idea. The businesses can gain global and market insights. They can identify what are the global trends. We can stay relevant with what is happening around us. We can cater to the diversified market by understanding the cultural sentiment and consumer buying behavior. The second point is basically competitive advantage. Businesses basically gain competitive advantage while using certain kind of trend forecasting or tools. They can anticipate trends, we can innovate what other competitors are doing with the help of the platform search. We can launch on-time trends and we can position ourselves as a market leader. The third point I'm going to highlight here is we can, with the help of the tools, we can make informed decision making. Like the trend forecasting provides data-driven insights. We can get a complete idea of like what is happening on runways, what is happening on trade shows, and with the help of those things, we can get an insight of what is happening around us, which basically help us in reducing risk and maximize the returns that we are having around us. Just a rough light on how we at Fashion Snoops are forecasting trends. So on the left hand side, you are going to see a few broader terms like the macro trend. You can see the first macro trend which talks about the shifts in the society, like a war is happening, there's some kind of uncertainty around us. That is the big talk which is analyzed 18 to 24 months in advance and is available on the top. One example of the macro trend which you are going to see is economy, which talks about slowing down production. There are like talk of sustainable practices that balance financial, social and environmental well-being. From that macro trend, we come down to the cultural sentiment. We at Fashion Scoops release one cultural sentiment for every season, which help a consumer understand like what consumer is thinking, what consumer is going to buy down the line after a season or so. We help you understanding that like consumer behavior. We can give you an example of like conscious luxury, which talks about authentic and timeless staples. Moving from cultural sentiment, we give you an idea about the design aesthetic. Every year we release 4 design aesthetic as per different market, which help you to connect how those cultural sentiment will impact the design. The example in front of you is honest, which talks about genuine, authentic and transparency. The last theme is here in front of you is season narrative, which talks about design concept, which talks about like colors, prints, material, lifestyle and silhouettes which are going to be relevant for you for that specific season. So we have like homestead here, which talks about simplicity, earth and tones. Then you are going to select relaxed silhouettes for that specific season. So that was all about our trend forecasting, the methodology that we use. You must be wondering how relevant and how meaningful the data that we provide here in front of you. Here is one example that I'm showing in front of you, which talks about the thing which we have forecasted in the past and is relevant down the line. You can see on the left hand side, the FS predicted cultural sentiment in 2019, which was pleasure. We followed that theme, and down the line you are going to see that Barbicore emerges in 2022. The trend was going on peak when Y2K aesthetic come into place on Instagram. There was like talks of Y2K aesthetics on runway, and then there was leaked photos of Barbicore. So you can see the pattern and the dots, the thing which was predicted in the past and is relevant now. That is how we are like giving an example of our prediction. Not only limited to the prediction, we also help you train. As a designer, there is so much abundance of information available around you. Sometimes it is difficult for a person to go into that content available in depth. But we are here helping you to give you recorded videos which are directly delivered by our content team. So here's one gist of a video.
It's an exploration of both traditional and innovation that views heritage work with very contemporary, a bit more of a fashion-forward lens.
This is just an example that I'm showing in front of you. We give you the complete dictation, like the Michael Fisher. He's content director of menswear. He himself is giving direction. He himself has recorded a video for the audience to help them understand what is there in front of you. That was all about future, what is going to be there, how the things are going to come up there. But no one is telling you what is happening currently right now around us. So we here are also presenting in front of you few tools. With the help of that, you are seeing the things that are currently around us, which talks about present. So with the help of our tools, you can track all the trending items at the point of sale through Retail Live. We are leveraging AI. This tool continuously tracks and analyzes retail assortments across global markets by monitoring real-time inventory changes, pricing strategies. We can identify the emerging trends at the point of sale with the help of a tool, Retail Live. We also talk about, you can also track about all the trending trends on Instagram. As of now, like many brands, they have Instagram influencers to showcase their product. That's where this product comes into play, which with the help of AI is leveraging trends and patterns. It is like analyzing thousands of posts which can be detected through macro trends that the things are happening around us. Basically, with the help of this tool, you can take a complete understanding about the youth market and the fast-moving trend cycles. You can also deep dive into the retail, into the runway live. We give you the complete analysis of all the global runways which are happening at a single time. By tracking these elements like silhouettes, fabrics, materials, you can get an idea about high-level forecasts which are there available in front of you. Now, AI is also available around us in every industry, in every aspect. How the AI is impacting the fashion. Here's an example in front of you. With the help of AI, you can track what is happening in retail, what is happening on social media. You can track the trends that are happening on Instagram. The second image shown in front of you. With the help of AI, you can also track the movement of a specific color. Now, like the demand of that specific color, if you talk in terms of blue. How did the demand of that specific color has increased from one season to another? Did the color move forward from that season or not? The AI is at the back end is also like tracking how the things are moving. Also, with the help of AI, you can also generate any images. As a designer or as a creative person, every person has some kind of in-depth creative process in themselves. And sometimes it is difficult for you to generate those kind of images. So at that point, we also come into picture with the help of a tool called AI Art Lab. You can see on the right hand side, you just have to type in the thought process, each and everything that you have in mind. The system will generate that image. You can generate any kind of artwork, you can generate any kind of patterns, you can generate any kind of images, and the system in front of you will generate those kind of images. That was the tools which we had on our platform, which is basically helpful for everyone who is surrounding us. Now, before I take you to, these are only 2 slides left from my side, which talks about key trends for SS26. Before jumping on these kind of trends, I'm just going to show you a few glimpses of trends for Fashion Snoops, and we already have a long-term association with OGTC in which we help all the members to understand such kind of upcoming trends in depth. I'm just going to show you 2 glimpses of 2 slides which talks about women's wear trends which are going to be relevant in the season SS26 for men's and for both women's. I can just highlight, like you're going to see the first trend which I'm going to highlight here is coequilism, which talks about blending casual styles with athleisure wear and day wear. The second trend you're also going to see domesticity, which talks about strength and beauty of women lives, like blending modern femininity with the simple joys of home. You're also going to see event craft, which talks about like images of patchwork, which is showing innovation in knitwear. The fourth trend, which is available in front of you, is expressive minimalism, which talks about experimentation with the new forms, which reflects geometry in the culture, like showing proportions like oversized shoulders. You're going to see this trend in SS26. There's the last thing is like vacation snitch, like you're going to see the designs like handkerchiefs, which shows designs with hemlines on skirt, on tops. The last slide, which talks about the few trends in men's market for SS26. The first is fun conventional, which talks about youthful details like layered collars. You're going to see bright colors to uniform and casual wears. The second trend, which talks about new old world, talks about like vintage charm. The third image you are seeing like shapeshifter. It talks about lightweight, adaptable materials with a modern, performance-driven look. The fourth trend here is like global heritage, which highlights the traditional prints and shapes. And the last trend is basically the age of average, which emphasizes neutral wardrobe basics that are simple and versatile. So these were the key takeaways which you are going to see in season SS26, which are going to be there in front of you once you reach that season at that time. So that's all from my side. That's how I leave you with the 5 key trends. And as I've already mentioned, we have a collaboration with OGTC in which we help all the members to get insights on what is happening around them. And so that's all from my side. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Piyush, for explaining the complete methodology of trend forecasting and how AI can track and generate key trends for the upcoming seasons. I'm sure this is going to be very beneficial for the designers and the manufacturers in apparel industry. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite Mr. Akshay Kapoor, Director Radnik Exports, to kindly present memento to Mr. Piyush Girotra.